Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. This is a tag from maximumRd. It's an open tag. It's called Amiga's Memories open tag. So you guys are welcome to comment below, send a video, whatever you want to do, or you can go to maximumRd's page and post a video response. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to get them because Amiga goes a long way with him as well. But anyways, the first question is your first exposure, introduction to the Commodore Amiga. Well, I got the Amiga as a way to get me into, computers and stuff like that. And then later on it developed, and my stepdad got it later and developed to use it to motivate me to do better in school because I wasn't in a regular education. I was put in a special education, as you call it, because I had seizures and stuff. So it affected my learning. So it was a lot harder to learn stuff, and it's like you couldn't really get progress into regular classes like everybody else. So if you wanted to learn anything else like other math, you'd actually have to go home, go get the books yourself, and then you'd have to like try to prove that you know how to do the stuff. But it took a long time. I mean, eventually I got all my classes were out of the special ed except for English, but which that really hurt me big time because when I went to college, Jeez, oh Pete's, I was so behind in that. But anyways, yeah, I'd get a lot of different games. I'd got my first few games was Chop and Drop and Marble Madness. Those are the two that I started out with, and I really liked those. And I also got the Amiga Karate game, which was really cool too. And then question number two, what attracted me to the Amiga platform? What attracted me to the Amiga platform was the graphics and sound. I mean, a lot of the home consoles, don't get me wrong, like the Atari, their graphics weren't as as good. But I mean, I really enjoyed my Atari 2600 because that was the first console I've ever used, and I still go back to it to this day. But but I don't have one anymore. But I still have an Amiga, so I mean, I still play my Amiga. There's just something about the Amiga that I always go back to. It's really easy to put in a disc, and I mean, loading times. I don't mind the loading times, but I mean the graphics and the sound. I mean, the Amiga had a really good sound, and it was basically used for like more than just games. Though they used it a lot for movies. The CGI back then, but. Which is what I wanted to do with it, but I didn't have the equipment to do that. So, but anyways, brings me to the third question: is how did I use my Amiga computer? I use it for gaming for the most part, because the first few games like I said, I got for it was Chop and Drop, Marble Madness. We got a lot of other games. Later on, I got Dragon's Lair, which I didn't know that's what it was called because I played a game in the arcade and I didn't know what it was called, but then I found out that's what it was later. And that game just ate my quarters. That game was so hard, but through the use of the Amiga, I was able to actually get through the first few levels. And then when I went to the arcade, I could actually play it. So that really brought me into the liking Dragon's Lair a lot because it's a really interesting game. It's just you got animation, and you don't see that kind of stuff in games where it's like you had that beautiful, like detailed hand-drawn animation, and it felt like you were actually playing a game instead of watching a movie. It kind of was like a choose your own adventure, but you had to think on the fly. But yeah, then I played games like Defender of the Crown, also the Three Stooges by Cineware Games, and those games were fantastic. I really liked the It Came from the Desert. I never seen a game that was like that played like a sci-fi movie. You rarely don't see that. Like nowadays, you can see some of that stuff, but some of the stuff that was like in the Amiga and all that era, you don't really see them. Like you won't see them do a circus game anymore, like Fiendish Freddy. I really liked that game a lot. I got that as a birthday gift, and it was because my name was Freddy, Fred. So it was kind of like a joke, but it was like it's a circus game. But you had this clown called Freddy that would go around. He'd ruin all the little circus acts you're trying to do. Because you're basically trying to raise money to be able to afford having a foreclosure on your carnival, and he was basically then sent in to ruin your chances of actually having a successful show to earn enough money to keep your circus open. So that was a really cool game. And then my friends would come over, we'd play Chop and Drop, Amiga Karate, a game called Turbo. There was one called Speedball. That one was pretty cool. It's kind of like hockey, but you throw the ball and you had all these little unique little special things on the track. Then there was really good shooters on the Amiga. You had the R-Type. They were like arcade perfect for the most part. And I was playing Hybris on that. I dab a little bit into RPGs because they had Champions of Kryn on that in a Pool of Radiance. Man, that's when I really got it and started getting into the RPG games. When I got my hands on those. Yeah. So yeah, Amiga really goes back a long way. I mean, for me, I used it quite a bit. Like I said, I still use it to this day. I got it all hooked up. And my subscriber special, I'm working on that, editing all those video clips of the Amiga games and other odds and ends. So yeah, as soon as I get some time together, I'll definitely have some stuff for you and some other surprises, I'm hoping. So have a great 4th of July. Please respond to this by going over to maximumRd or even on below mine, because he's got some really great stuff. He's a retro gamer like me, so that's about it. So you guys have a great 4th of July weekend, and I'll see you soon.